things this present administration is not being honest about, and we have to call it like we see it. You know, there's this effort, this concerted effort to eradicate DEI, as we all know. And one of the things is you've seen me, Molly, talking about politics. This subject intertwines politics and sports. So if we want to go there, let's go there. You know, they want to eradicate DEI programs and what have you. And what I've said to folks, particularly on the side of the GOP, is very, very simple. It's not so much that you want to eradicate DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. I'll let somebody else argue on behalf of that. What I like to focus on is how dare you try to ignore the reason for its existence in the first place. Similar to civil rights legislation in 1964, similar to things like affirmative action, similar to things like the Rooney Rule in the National Football League, etc. How dare you try to get away with highlighting why it needed to exist in the first place? It was because of the iniquities of folks in the United States of America, primarily the white power structure that exists. It is a fact. It is known throughout history that it is a fact. They want to gloss over and erase the need for those things to take place to begin with. We were talking about the National Football League feeling compelled to insert a rule that mandated minorities actually get interviewed for jobs because they weren't getting interviewed for jobs. And so now you see a movement clearly provoked by a lot of folks on the side of the GOP. And clearly this administration has bought into it hook, line, and sinker, where a concerted effort is being made to scrub history. And so now we have an administration in place that has seemed to go on about the business of trying to scrub history to the point where you have Jackie Robinson, who integrated Major League Baseball, who served in the United States military and departed with honor. OK, he was not dishonorably discharged. He was honorably discharged. This is an individual, Molly, I'm reading from here right now, where we're talking about a guy that joined the 761st Tank Battalion, known as the Black Panthers, drafted into military service in 1942, was court-martialed in July of 1944 after refusing an order by a driver to move to the back of an Army bus he had boarded. Yet and still, we see on the website for the Pentagon yesterday, page not found.
So, bitch, if you gonna go and segregate us, hurry the fuck up. Did they give us a date when the segregation shit gonna start? Because, bitch, I can go in the house and go pack my bags and get ready to leave right now. Because, bitch, we've been asking to be segregated. They actually think we give a fuck about being segregated? Y'all trying to trick us into getting these streets so y'all can go ahead and declare martial law? No. We will fucking leave. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck about no motherfucking segregation, bitch. We want our own neighborhoods. We want our own cars. We want our own makeup brands. We want our own clothing brands. We want it all.
Good morning, YouTube, and happy Sunday. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. So this is going to be a short video, but this needs to be said as well. I watched the clip was Stephen A. Smith talking about them, basically the Trump administration and Pete Hegseth and those people basically taking down Jackie Robinson's webpage, basically to show his contributions to this country. And I think this is a concerted effort to antagonize black people. And black people, for the most part, black women in particular, we had already told you guys we were resting, right? We were resting. We not bothering y'all. We don't understand why y'all bothering us. And I think this administration is going out of its way to be antagonistic to black people in particular. I think they're going out of their way to try to eliminate things like DEI and all of those things. I'm going to tell you something about DEI. Just like affirmative action, DEI wasn't the most beneficial to black people. Other people benefited from those programs way more than we actually did. So eliminate it. We don't care. We don't give a fuck, okay? We do not give a fuck. So regarding segregation, because now I know they're talking about segregation in federal buildings or whatever the case, bring it. We don't care. We don't care about you threatening segregation. That's probably something a lot of black people can get behind. I know your goal is to antagonize black people and try to hurt and harm black people, but black people are not going to be bothered by segregation. You see, the whole thing about the separate but equal, the reason it was so problematic is because it wasn't equal, right? But how do segregation look? Let's talk about it. So if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it, right? So are we talking about segregating basketball? So 70+% of the players in basketball, I believe, are black. So are we talking about only black players can play with black players, white players play with white players? Are we talking about that in regards to music, art? I mean, black people, we are the culture. So when you talk about segregation, do you really understand what you're saying? Because are you saying, like, if we're going to take it there, do it, let's go. So are you saying that white players can't play with black players in the NBA and the NFL and any of our sports? Black musicians can't perform music or make music with white musicians? Like, it's so completely asinine, it's so completely un-American what they're doing and what narrative they're trying to push. Because what they did with Jackie Robinson, what they're doing regarding DEI and affirmative action and all of these things, I think they believe, because they're fucking stupid, they believe that they are antagonizing and harming black people. When, like I said previously, black people weren't the main and the most that benefited, were the beneficiaries of these programs. Black women in particular are overqualified for most jobs that they hold. So all of this segregation and going after DEI and affirmative action and all of these efforts to antagonize black people after black people for the most part had already told y'all we was minding our business and y'all can do whatever y'all want because we're resting, okay? We've decided that since this country couldn't bring itself to vote for the better candidate, the one that didn't grab pussies, the one that wasn't talking about cats and dogs, that we decided we was going to rest. We're not bothering y'all. And I feel like, and I've been watching videos and I know that some black people have this sentiment as well. I feel like they're going out of their way to antagonize people who said we was mad in our business. So every day there is something else that's done that seems like an actual, like an effort to antagonize black people. And black people like, didn't we just tell y'all that we was mad in our manners and we was mad in our business? And we weren't concerned about what y'all do. Hey, you want to ruin the democracy, ruin the republic? Okay. No. Okay. 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 I would never begin to understand why it is a priority, it's a responsibility to antagonize people who already told you we mad in our business and we resting. I was upstairs about to run me a bath, mad in my business and resting, and here's a clip about Stephen A. Smith talking about the Jackie Robinson thing, and I'm just like, why? And then I seen a TikTok video, and the person was basically saying the things that they're doing is so that black people can protest and then they can invoke martial law or whatever the case. We're not protesting. It's some people that's going to decide to protest. I'm not doing nothing, okay? I'm not protesting, I'm not advocating, I'm not marching. What I am going to do is I'm going to take care of people who look like me, the people who are around me. I'm going to get on this platform and I'm going to give my honest opinions and ideologies about what I feel about what's going on in the world. And then I'm going to trust God and I'm going to take care of my dogs. Because they made their choice. This country made its choice. And it should have to deal with its choice. You have to deal with the things that, like, you have to deal with the decisions that you make. They made their choice. Okay. Okay. But constantly trying to find ways to be antagonistic and combative and disrespectful to black people, we told you we resting. And if we're gonna do the whole segregation thing, so we're talking about segregation in every aspect of life. Okay. Okay. You trying to antagonize people who already told you we were resting and that we don't give a fuck. It's not necessary to be antagonistic towards people who already told you that they're resting and they don't give a fuck. The Jackie Robinson thing, frustrating, sad. I ain't marching. Because they're going to do whatever they want to do. And that's the history of this country, whitewashing the country. That's what this country do. So it's unfortunate, it's sad, but it's true to the country. Black people, the black people who watch me, I love you guys deep. I started this platform for you guys. Don't be tricked out your spot. Enjoy your life. Be at peace. Love on your family. Love on God. Be happy. Be intentional about being happy. Be intentional about being at peace. And do not let all of these, because I'm starting to feel like it's literally what they're trying to do. To antagonize us, to make us angry, to make us feel the need to protest and march and advocate. And no. We deserve peace. We deserve happiness. We deserve peace and we deserve happiness. We deserve those things. And we deserve to be peaceful and happy unapologetically. Don't let them trick you out your spot. They're going to have to get somebody else to do it. This country made its choice. I'm going to respect its choice. I'm over here mad in my business. I'm going to go upstairs and run me a bath. I'm respecting this country's choice. Why they feel the need to still bother us, I'm not exactly sure, but we're respecting their choice. Like I said before, I just scratched my face. Like I said before, there's going to be some people who feel the need to advocate and kumbaya and join hands. I am not one of them. I'm going to go upstairs and take my bath and watch Paradise on Hulu and mind my business. Y'all have a phenomenal day.